5 minutes.
Alright, this one's gonna be easy.
Go to songlyricsgenerator.com and pick the type of song you want to write.
I mean, is there a site like this? Song Lyrics Generator. Okay, turns out there is. How about we go to Love Song, name the person whom the song is written. Mrs. Natasha. Great, nice, lovely, cute. Vegetables that you like. Avocado, lettuce. Favorite animal. I like cats. Jesus, that's a lot of prompts. Type of food. Pasta. Condiment. Mayo. What's red? Blood stains. Blue. Moon. Something you love. Cats, I said I love cats. A verb, dancing and singing, is not a verb technically. Cuddling, part of body, fingers, glamorous job, like a lawyer. How glamorous are lawyers? Plumber, a place you may be found. Earth, an object, plural. Sticks, a season, spring. Band name, Vadusha. Write me a love song. My love for you is like the most great avocado. The most great avocado, really. You have nice cat together with like pasta and mayo. This one is not good. Bad advice. Scared. By the way, Vadusha, one of the greatest experts in songwriting in the entire world, and maybe even on YouTube. Jokes aside, I'm Vadusha, this is my channel where I try and make the world better by making it have more songs, preferably mine and yours.
Pick a random word or phrase and write as many words, phrases, bars, rhymes that you can think of, like playing a game of word association.
This is a very valid advice. This is basically how you write songs. You choose a topic and you associate out from the topic. If it's forest, it's trees and animals and soil, and trees go into wood and wood builds houses and so on. And you pick the best associations, convert them in punchlines or strong ideas, put them in strong positions, and then rhyme backwards, fill the rest of the lines, and boom, you have a song. This advice approved.
Number 2, the storytelling method. This is really simple. You just take us on a journey. Start at the beginning and proceed to tell us the story throughout the song.
Okay, very simple. You just come up with a story. Okay, Google, how to come up with a story. Well, this one is true, but first you need to learn how to come up with stories, and this kind of defies the whole thing. So not only are you going to learn how to rhyme the story, you learn how to make a story. So this advice, while being technically true, makes songwriting even more complicated. Though the quality of your work may be better if you learn storytelling as well. And that's not a beginner tip, for sure.
And one of my favorite writing strategies, collaboration with the right people.
Collaboration is a good songwriting technique, especially if you're ready to deal with the sharing of intellectual property rights and stuff. If you're okay with that, collaboration is absolutely great for your songwriting. New people bring new ideas to the table, which otherwise you wouldn't have thought of.
The reason your songs aren't memorable is because you're not doing something that most songs that people love do. It's called song math.
Song math, really? We gotta calculate something.
Let's say you're starting a verse off. You want to sing a melody, and then you want to sing that melody again, twice.
Alright, let's come up with a melody. Like... Let's do this. Then repeat it. Sounds like a lot of repetition, which makes sense. Another advice would be to alter the melody the third time. So it would go first time, second time, and then like so alter the third run and then return to the original melody. And as he says, it's gonna change once you have different harmony under it. So if it's like this, and then like, and then I say, or something like that. I guess if you want to have an earworm in your melody, that's the way you go.
3 tips to write a hit country song in 2023.
And what if I need to write a country song in 2024?
Tip number 1 is to start the song with a hook.
Write a hook. Legit, yeah, write a hook, except for how.
Here's 4 things you can do instantly to improve your lyrics.
Instantly improve your lyrics. Right, let's get it.
Number 1, talk out your lyrics.
Legit, this one's legit. You talk your lyrics out, because when you write, some things may seem they rhyme, but when you articulate that, it goes away. So when you're writing, you pronounce it in different ways. Even some rhymes can be done without formal rhyming, but changing your articulation so that the rhyming appears. So yeah, talking your lyrics out is a good way to make your lyrics better. And sometimes there's groups of syllables and vowels and consonants that combined together are very hard to pronounce. So to find these harder to pronounce parts, you gotta talk your lyrics out.
Show rather than
Show, not tell. Yeah, that's a good rule. I'm not sure how you can use it in a song, but if you're shooting a video, showing and not telling is the best way to do it. Which kind of is the opposite of what I'm doing right now. I'm telling you everything, not showing you. Well, I guess if you're writing a piece of music and you want to convey a certain message like I love you, instead of saying I love you multiple times, you find things that are associated with that could illustrate the love. The most cliche things behind loving somebody is doing anything for them, or buying them flowers, or taking them to fancy places. So these are the kind of things, or spending the life with them, or having children, or some other associations with love I'm pretty sure you're familiar with.
look for inspiration everywhere.
Well, I'm not a fan of looking for inspiration, but if you have a notebook with you, or if you have a phone you can take notes in, you find an idea, do put it down, because you're gonna forget it in a couple of minutes for sure. So that's one way to do it, yes. But it's not about inspiration, it's more about the technique and the routine of writing.
Know what you want the song to accomplish.
That's a good one. I've never talked about this, but knowing where the song is gonna go is a good thing. Sometimes letting it go is also a nice tool, but knowing where it's gonna go puts you in control of songwriting, and that's something we're aiming at here.
Answer these two questions. What is the song about? What do you want the song to do for the listener?
That's a very good point. So what the song is going to be about gives you the topic you can associate around. What the song can do to the listener is another thing you want to do. So if you want to break the expectation of the listener, if you want to make the listener cry or laugh or be scared or remember a certain thing from their past or experience, that's a very good point there. So think about these things when formulating where the song is heading, and then your artistic or lyrical choices are gonna be narrated by the topic and by the end goal of the song. So that's a very, very good point. Nice guy, love the tips.
Let's talk about a basic songwriting method for absolute beginners.
So a method here. Let's learn a method.
Take the pressure off. This doesn't have to be the best song.
Give yourself permission to write a bad song. And that's not just for beginner songwriters, that's for anyone. So give yourself permission to make mistakes, to write bad material. You still gotta burp it out, to have something more come out. Maybe some diamond's gonna appear in the flow of trash.
Done is better than perfect.
Absolutely, done is much, much better than perfect. You finish songs, make new ones, gain experience, write better and better songs.
Find musical inspiration.
Yeah, probably you can have a reference when you're writing songs. If you haven't listened to enough music, you can find specific songs, you can take chords from there, chord progressions, use them as harmonies for your own songs, because you can't copyright chords if you're not Ed Sheeran. And she says borrow some chords. The most overused chord progression is this one. So yeah, this one's very, very commonly used. You can also find it in punk rock. And you can come up with different melodies on top of that and use that as your beginner's choice. And then maybe tweak something, like you can go like this, you can go like this, and you can go minor and go back to one. Anything you like, use something as an inspiration, then push from there and change things along the way to make it different, to make it your own. Yeah, nice advice there.
Write out a simple structure. I would consider the most basic song structure verse, chorus, verse, chorus.
I absolutely agree. If you're writing your first song, verse, chorus is a very, very good choice. Going fancier than that, adding bridges, pre-choruses, tweaking the structure to not be that classical is kind of an advanced thing.
The last step is just finish the song. Write first.
Write first, edit later. And not only because editing is gonna slow you down, but because once you've written something, you don't have to be perfect. There's gonna be a lot of mistakes, and some things are gonna be rough, some rhymes are gonna be not good. Give yourself permission to do that. Once you return to that piece of lyrics in a month or in a couple of weeks, you don't feel that emotionally attached to the lyrics. You don't feel like it hurts cutting the lyrics, fixing those imperfections. You're not as hurt psychologically as you would have been if you'd done it once you've written it. So give yourself time to cool down emotionally, towards your lyrics and then edit those. Those are two completely different things. Generation and editing and fine-tuning.
How do you write a good chorus? Start off a little more simply with my chorus.
Actually, the chorus melody is the very first thing I write when I write a song. So if you have a song in mind, what I normally do, I first think of a chord progression or of a riff or a harmony that makes sense, and then I find a melody that fits. If we take this chord progression, which is very simple, we can start with a root note like this one or this one, depending on your vocal range, and then we just make one note melody for the chorus like this. Very easy. And then we can add additional notes like or we can use scales to do that. I don't know, or something like that. And then we tweak that. And it all evolves from one note. Tik Tok, so far so good.
Here's how to create powerful verses. You start the beginning of each verse with some vivid imagery. You then let the other lines pull from the first line. An example of this could be
2 o'clock on summer days and then lying on the grass. Right, this makes no sense, you can't derive that. That's a cool thing to start from, but you don't derive line. You first write line 4, you don't write line 1. That's the key thing to take control over your songwriting. Write line 4 first and then come up with the rest of them, because line 4 is going to be the most important line. Come up with that punchline or whatever it is, memorable idea or anything. I think I have a video on how to do that. Once you have that, put it at the very last line and then write the rest of it. Rhyme backwards, not forwards, because you're gonna be stuck once you reach line 3. You're gonna be stuck. You need to finish line 4 to rhyme with line 2, which has already been written, and this puts the lyrics in control of you. We don't want that. We want to be in control of our lyrics.
Let's practice your melody writing right now.
Yes.
I made a track for you to sing along to. There's no wrong way to do this.
Did I win? Thank you for watching the video till the very end and not skipping any bit of it. It lets YouTube know the video is interesting and worth promoting, and most importantly, makes me happy. If you like videos like this, please subscribe to the channel and please like the video if you have a heart. I hope you learned something from these tips, because you're awesome.